Magnussen really deep into the braking zone. We just push him out of the way as he locks up. Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. Today, it's the 13th race of Season 1. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix, coming off the heels of a very exciting and fun British Grand Prix. If you missed the last episode, I'll put a link to that up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Highly recommend you go back and watch that before you watch this one. We started at the back of the pack there at Silverstone and fought our way all the way up into a pretty decent finish and battled with the AI in a way that I don't think I've battled with them yet this year. Quite the fun battle was had, some surprising results, and a championship fight is getting really tight between the two Mercedes drivers. We've got our own things to worry about, though. Can't worry about those guys. We've got 9 days to fill up between now and the Grand Prix weekend. So let's take a look at our events and get this time filled out. So we got a choice of 6 different things. We are going to be investing in our new driver, Nick DeVries, who didn't have the greatest debut at Silverstone. It was an 18th place finish, if I remember, but he didn't get lapped. So at least there was that. Yeah, I still can't get his name right, even after I fired him. Juan Manuel Correa had a penchant for getting lapped, so we'll do some reaction training for Nick. We'll take on 500 acclaim points for a sponsor headquarter visit. We'll take on 5%. What do we got? 4 left? Yeah, we'll do a aerodynamics equipment upgrade for 30 resource points, and that'll leave 1 day that we can't fill, but that's okay. That is okay. So we'll fill the time that way. On the docket, you see we've got our major chassis upgrade that should be done as soon as we roll time forward on the 21st. So that's our first major upgrade on the chassis, the monocoque structure. Hopefully that comes through. That would be huge. That would be really big for us. We also got a valve timing powertrain upgrade that we're expecting before the Hungarian Grand Prix as well. So 2 upgrades on the line. Yikes. Hopefully those come through. Before we get the clock rolling, though, let's take a look at our R&D. And you see here, things are looking good. We're still 4th from the bottom in vehicle comparison. Again, I'm playing post-patch. The second patch, 106, I think is what it was. Patch 1.06. So no performance update yet, but we do have the black Mercedes car, so that's cool. If we look at our R&D in progress, that's going to be what we're expecting to get this week. But we've got a whole heap of R&D points, so let's take a look at what we can do with them. Made really big inroads on the aerodynamics department. We've got a couple of minor updates on front and rear downforce if we wanted to do that. We could do a major drag reduction as well, which may not be a bad thing to do now that we've got all this downforce. We got to help with drag reduction because I felt like we were a little bit slow down the straightaways in Silverstone. I really did feel like as we've built up the aerodynamics, we've actually increased our drag quite a bit. So this may not be a bad thing to do. As we look at the chassis side, we could do an engine cover for weight redistribution or heat dispersing wheel rims for tire wear. Whatever. Or we go to the powertrain department and do a engine power upgrade. Now, things have changed on the powertrain side. We used to be the best Honda-powered car. Red Bull has absolutely leapt far and away from us in that race. We're still above AlphaTauri, but we're now 3rd from the bottom on engine power, and that is not a good place to be. So I'm thinking we probably should look at doing some powertrain upgrades here. We've got this major... our department capacity is reached right now because we haven't upgraded the facility to do 2 upgrades at once. So that might be what we need to look at. Let's take a look at our facilities. So like I said, we've got almost $4 million in the bank here, and we need to upgrade this powertrain department so we can do more than 1 upgrade at a time. That would be nice. We're not going to be able to do both of these fully out, but I'd rather be able to do simultaneous. We would get it on the 25th of July if we did it, which would be before, that's like in 5 days. That would be before this weekend. Thinking that's probably what we're going to do. Now, we haven't put anything into personnel or marketing. Personnel stuff helps your second driver. We did say that we want to invest in our second driver, so maybe time to put our money where our mouth is as far as that's concerned. Activities management. This is actually a pretty powerful upgrade as well in the marketing department, and I haven't done anything with it yet, but it makes your activities that you do each week more valuable. So you'll get more money, more resource points, greater boost to everything. Whatever you pick, whatever it is right now, you'll get more of it. So that's not a bad thing to do, not a bad way to spend a couple million. I just don't think it's the most important thing for us right now. But that's what makes this mode so fun. Everyone takes a different path through it. You don't know if what you pick is absolutely the best, but you got to make a decision and you got to live with it. For me, I want to be able to make more than one upgrade at a time in our powertrain department. We're going to spend $2.5 million and do exactly that. That leaves us with 1.4, and I think I'm going to spend the rest of that on our analysis suite to improve our driver's experience stat. For Nick DeVries, may not be a bad idea for him to help him out with experience. So there you go. Investing in our second driver. Again, we want Nick to get better. We want him to get us points. The only way we're going to do that is to help him out. So a lot of focus on Nick this week. We've spent a whole bunch of money. Let's roll time forward. Can I stop? I don't know if I can stop time or not. Because if I don't do this upgrade right now, we're going to lose some time on this thing. Because if we try to do it, it wouldn't be ready until after the Belgian Grand Prix as it is. If we wait longer, it may not be ready until after the Italian Grand Prix. And we want a power upgrade before the Italian Grand Prix because that is a big-ass power track. There's nothing but major upgrades at this point for the powertrain. Well, can't do it right now. That's where I want to put the resource points, so I guess that leaves us just rolling time forward, so let's do exactly that. Oh, I can't stop advancing. Okay, good. Monocoque structure came in. Perfect. Our engine upgrade came in. Perfect.
Okay. We've had the new parts come through from the fabrication process.
Awesome.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So no failures. Everything's good there. We got the major chassis upgrade. You can stop time. That's important to know. Now we can go back in and get our major upgrade going here for engine power, the new cylinder head. We lost the time. Damn it, I really wanted that before the Italian Grand Prix. Are any of these going to be? None of these are going to be ready before the Italian Grand Prix. Shoot. If I was smart, I would have done build time, not fabrication, because I needed that to be done anyways. But I'm stupid. I am so stupid. I should have done build time. That would have allowed me to probably get it done before the Italian Grand Prix. But, again, that's the fun of this mode. Sometimes you make mistakes, and you got to live with it as a business owner. So, damn. All right, so after after beating myself up here for a couple minutes over my failure to efficiently get through this R&D process, I've settled at the fact that I don't need to do anything on the powertrain side now, because if we do, it won't be ready until Singapore, and Singapore is not really a power track. We don't really need it. And after our reshaped combustion chamber came through this week, we jumped back up into the middle of the pack on powertrain, and we're getting another factory upgrade from Honda for valve timing this week as well, which will give us an extra little boost. So it just doesn't seem like a good expenditure of R&D right now to do that. So we're going to swing down to the aerodynamic side and come back to this drag reduction, because that will be ready for the Italian Grand Prix. And with those long straightaways there at Monza, reducing our drag is going to be very, very important. So that's what we're going to put 1,175 R&D points into. Good Lord. This mode will suck up so much of your time if you agonize over it like I do. After rolling time forward, we got our weekly money payouts. We got another $1 million back to us or so. And, well, I'm going to invest a little bit in myself after investing in the team, after investing in the teammate. I need to put some more into myself. So we have our perks here. I did spend the money on social media team to include our driver acclaim. So that went up. We're level 1 there. But now I can go into level 2 on either power mapping or development feedback. So resource point income will be boosted by 25%, which is pretty important, or engine wear will be reduced by 20%. If you remember in the last episode, we started getting notifications from Jeff again about our engine wear starting to become an issue. So that will be important as well. But I'd rather focus on resource point income generation. So development feedback will be where we put $540,000 right there. Oh, hell, I can do both. Even better. Ooh, do I put it to power mapping or social media? I'll put it to power mapping, reduce our engine wear. Okay, now we're flat ass broke, $116,000. But you know what? These upgrades are very, very important. I forgot that I unlocked those. So that's good. Oh, the next ones get really expensive, $800,000. Yikes, we need to start getting some more money from our sponsors. Let me tell you something. But let's look at the point standings. Again, coming into the Hungarian Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton's once 50-point lead just a few weeks ago for the French Grand Prix is now an 11-point lead over his teammate Valtteri Bottas. This is getting good between these two. I like this. So it's Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, Red Bull 5-6, and then Lando Norris in 7th, Renault 8th and 9th. And after a 0-point day for us, we fall from 9th down to 11th. Daniel Ricciardo, our rival, put together a third-place finish somehow at Silverstone and really pulled away from us there. So that was unfortunate for us, but what really matters is constructors, and we lost some ground. To Racing Point, they got 4 points. We got none. So we need to get back at him, get some more points here in the Hungarian Grand Prix, and hopefully we get a little bit of help from our teammate, Nick DeVries. That would be great. Still got a 7-point gap over Alfa Romeo as well. We'll take a look at the R&D upgrades and the performance index when we get to the track before we hit the grid. But for now, things seem kind of down coming out of the British Grand Prix. We need a really good race here in Hungary. And remember, our rival, Daniel Ricciardo's got 4 points on us as well. So we are really got our back against the wall on a lot of things. But one good race can change all of that. Let's hope for that one good race this weekend when we go to the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'll go hit the practice programs, get this car dialed in, go through qualifying, and we will see you at the track here in just a little bit. Welcome to the Hungaroring, and we got a couple of things to talk about before we get to the grid. Qualifying just wrapped up, but we have big news. A driver retirement has been announced here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. So, who's it gonna be? Let's take a look and see who it is. See it there, driver retirement from Carl himself, Kimi Räikkönen. The Iceman himself is going to be retiring at the end of the season. Now, you think back to the past couple of races for him, got disqualified at the French Grand Prix, spun out in the closing stages of the British Grand Prix, and I think my man has just had enough. Done, doesn't want to do it anymore. So at season's end, we will be saying goodbye to Kimi Räikkönen. Godspeed, Iceman. We love you. And now I look at the performance index. Big changes here coming into the Hungarian Grand Prix. You see us, Shield Speed Racing, right smack dab in the middle. We jump Alfa Romeo. We jump Renault as well. Big gains with that major chassis upgrade that came through for this race, along with the engine performances increases that we got on our own, plus the one from the factory. A big jump up for us as we jump right into the middle of that midfield fight, right behind McLaren, Racing Points. We've bypassed Alfa Romeo and Renault. That's huge. You look at the top, that gap between Mercedes and Red Bull is closing. Ferrari's making some inroads as well. Seems like everybody's been making some progress except for Renault. They sort of plateaued, but some big changes here for the performance index. And I can say that I've seen some of it already throughout the course of free practice and qualifying. Some interesting things happening there. Finally, a look at the points before we get to the grid. Again, we're 30 points to our name in 11th. Shield Speed Racing, 3 points back from Racing Point, 7 points ahead of Alfa Romeo. This is going to get good, but again, the really enticing thing, 11 points between Hamilton and Bottas. Woo! Can't wait to see what happens here. Let's get the pre-race show and the grid rundown.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. Historically, a good race for first victories with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the first time here. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. With 6 lefts and 8 rights around the lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Can we talk about Mercedes? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Albon, Perez, Sainz, Stroll and Lando Norris, Davidson, Ricciardo, Antonio Giovinazzi and Kvyat, Gasly, Grosjean, Kimi Räikkönen and Kevin Magnussen, Russell, De Vries, Latifi and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Welcome to the grid here at the Hungaroring. The Hungarian Grand Prix almost set to go off, and yes, as you saw in the grid rundown, we were the last car to get, well, is it the last car or the first car to get kicked out? Yeah, the last car to get kicked out at Q2. We missed it by 1 spot. A very thin margin between us getting out of Q2 and staying in 11th. We just didn't quite get it. But Lewis Hamilton put down one hell of a lap. He looks pretty fast and he looks pretty pissed. He's been losing a lot of points lately to his teammate. Doesn't want to lose anymore. But it's so cool to see the mix-up between Racing Point, Renault, McLaren. I'm in there as well, along with Alpha and Giovinazzi. So this midfield fight, again, I keep talking about, is so cool to see. But unfortunately, our teammates, yeah, not so good. So we'll keep on them. Come on, Nick. Got to step it up, brother. Let's take a look at the race strategy. So we can do either or, one stop or two stop here. It's 35 laps around here. Weather won't be an issue. We can go mediums to hards or do a short stint on softs, then go mediums to hards. I kind of like the one stop strategy, to be honest. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a lot slower to do the two stop. Like a lot slower to do the two stop, but just need to drive as hard as we can. Starting in the 11th position. Everyone in front of us is going to be on the soft, so they're going to pit before us. They're probably going to be on this two-stop strategy, whereas we're going to be on the one. So they might pull away from us for, 6-7 laps on their soft tires. We just have to sort of maintain. If we do this one stop, we just sort of have to maintain. I like it. We'll go with the one stop. I think this will be fine. All right, here we are on the grid, ready to go. 5 red lights in front of us, and they're gone just very quickly. Hungarian Grand Prix is underway. Up through the gears. Full battery deployment. Protecting down to the inside here. Being attacked around the outside. Dive it down deep into turn 1. Oh, that was a cheeky maneuver. And we made it stick up into the 7th position. 11th up to 7th in one turn. Oh, boy, we really drive it deep into there. All right, I paid for it a little bit. We lose a spot to Albon, but we're still in 8th. Absolutely massive turn 1. That was huge. Big, bold dive into turn 1 worked for us. Now we got to hold on. Albon in front of us, Sainz behind. All these guys on soft tires. They're going to be doing the two-stop strategy.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'd say so, Jeff. 11th to 7th, ultimately 8th after I blew the turn, but that was incredible. A stomping start, I would say. If we can build a little gap between us and Sainz, that would be awesome. Spent a lot of time in practice working on this car, working on this setup to try and improve it. It was a bit of a fight. Eventually got to somewhere where I felt comfortable with it enough. But it's still a little bit unpredictable sometimes. We'll make her work. We got Albon and Perez in front of us.
Accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Jeff. Whatever's failing is failing. We got some really worn engine components here. Because it's not a huge power track, I went with the oldest stuff that we had. And, so if we're at reduced power a little bit, it's going to be okay. Won't be as detrimental, but this is probably the last time we're going to use all these components anyways. They're going to be pretty much used up after this race. We're hanging with these guys on the softs. I wonder how much Perez is holding up Albon, because everyone else is driving away. I bet you he's holding Albon up. If Albon was able to get around him, he'd probably drive away from him. And their soft tire advantage is going to be going away pretty soon, too. It's only better for us. Albon's got to be raging right now that he can't get around Perez. Can't take advantage of those soft tires. We're hanging on just fine to Perez and Albon here. This is great. This is wonderful. I'm really surprised by the start of this Grand Prix. So I guess we should be expecting all the soft tire guys to be pitting here in the next couple of laps. In which case, we're going to have to really put down some monstrous laps to try and leapfrog them here on the track while they're in the pits. Try and build up a gap before we make our pit stop, knowing that they're going to have to make one more. We've absolutely driven away from Sainz and Stroll. The car's pretty pacey on these mediums against these soft tires. I'm so surprised. Pleasantly surprised. It's just a DRS train right now as we got some guys down the lane already. First wave of drivers on softs coming down to pit puts us up into 6th. I imagine the rest of them are probably going to come down this lap. or next lap. Pretty damn soon. I mean, I can feel rear grip going away from me. I can only imagine how they feel. And here they come. That's going to be everybody down pits except for Bottas. Bottas stays out. Our teammate pits.
Nick is in the pits. Nick in the pits.
He's doing the two-stopper. Interesting call for him, but I guess he's in the back, so that makes sense. Bottas is in the pits. That's going to promote us to the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Wow. We sniffed the lead for a brief moment in Canada. Now we are legitimately leading our first Formula One race as a team. Mark it down on the calendar. Take a picture. Historic moment for Schild Speed Racing, leading a Grand Prix. Lando Norris is out of this race. Oh, big blow for McLaren there. Lando is out of the event on lap 9.
I can't, it's broken! It's broken! Anti-stalled. It's off.
Don't mind us. We're still out here leading, starting lap 11, still in the lead by almost 5 seconds over Giovinazzi. This engine is definitely struggling. I can feel it down the front straightaway. It won't even get into 8th gear. It's not going fast enough. But again, this is why this is a great racetrack to run older engine components. You really don't need it. You don't go full speed very much around here. So I guess that'll play into our favor. I will say, I mean, we got the major chassis update or upgrade, the monocoque structure for this one, along with the 2 engine upgrades. This thing, it drives so much nicer after that weight reduction upgrade that we did, the major one. Oh man, I can feel it. I can legit feel it as I'm driving. The body roll is so much less. It just feels more nimble. And that's really good, especially for that chicane right there. Really helps the car get through there, especially these corners. It just feels more nimble, more light on its feet, able to spring through the corner with speed. Now, it's exciting to see that work and be able to feel it right away. You can see it there on the right-hand side of the screen. A lot of yellow there. Control electronics, internal combustion engine, 69%. Nice. A very tired engine, but it's doing the Lord's work right now with us out in front of the Hungarian Grand Prix on lap 13. Yet to make our first pit stop. All the top 10 who start on soft tires have made their pit stops, so that's why this is the strategy play. I can already see a turquoise dot not too far back there. Hopefully they get held up a whole bunch. We're going to pit this lap. It's time. It was time. Those tires were starting to give up. We'll do a little bit of an undercut here, get onto the hard tires 1 lap earlier, and do 20 laps home on those.
Go, go, go. Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
There's Verstappen not too far out in front of us. And we come out in 15th. Verstappen's in our sights. That's a good sign. No pressure from behind. Magnussen really deep into the braking zone. We just push him out of the way as he locked up. Didn't really give me much of a choice. Verstappen gets the pass done on Ocon. Now sets his sights on whoever's up the road there. Looks like a Williams. Yeah, it's George Russell. How are we going to contend with Ocon here? Oh, wow. Verstappen side by side through the chicane with Russell. Just disposes of him. Oh, we make a sneaky move up the inside of Ocon. I'll take it. We ain't got time to waste. Sorry, man. Not with Verstappen right there in front of us. We got to go. All right. A lot of people down pit lane there. That'll put us into the 8th position. Everyone around us on mediums. They're on the 2-stop strategy. They're going to have to stop one more time for hards at some point. And then the chase will be on. We're going to bypass them all again after they pit, obviously. And they're going to have to chase us back down.
P6, we have P6. Verstappen is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Perez behind. Okay, the gap behind is 5.4 seconds. They're on old hards. The distance to the leader is 12.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
There you go. Exciting stuff as we're in the 6th position, man. That's... Wow. I did not expect this run here. I figured we were going to be like maybe 9th to 13th. I'm shocked. And it all goes back to that start that we had. That dive into turn 1 where we picked up like 4 spots. Really set the tone for the rest of this Grand Prix. And we have capitalized on everything that's come our way so far. This strategy seems to be perfect. I'm really, really pleased with this right now. Getting excited, though. Just got to stay focused. No surprise to see Verstappen drive away from us. Obviously, a superior car, faster tire compound as well. So I wasn't expecting to hang with them, but just maintain that gap as we got... Oh, they're in the pits. All right, here we go. Vettel and Verstappen in the pits. We really need to get them hung up behind people and really slow them down. It looks like that's going to happen on the mini-map. I saw they've rejoined behind everybody. So hopefully they have a hell of a time getting back up through the field. That tells me we got 15 laps to hold on and try and stay in front of them. Wouldn't that be something? I think Perez and Giovinazzi are on the same strategy we are. They're on hard tires. So that's more insurance for us, more defense for us. Come on, boys. Fight them hard. Well, Nick's doing the 2-stopper, obviously, like we said, when he pitted early. Hopefully he can make up some spots, man. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in what I've seen out of him so far. After hiring him as a higher-rated driver than Juan Manuel Correa, investing in him a little bit, boosting his stats a little bit. He really hasn't done much.
Perez, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Okay, well, they're behind us, so I don't really give a shit. And every time you say that, Jeff, nothing's wrong with them. Yeah, Perez is definitely falling back, so there is something wrong with them. All right. Way to tell the truth for once, Jeff. Proud of you, buddy. It looks like Leclerc, Bottas are on hards, so they're doing the 1-stopper, I guess. I don't know. I guess I had that wrong early. Well, if that's the case, we're definitely not catching them. But we're also not getting caught from behind, so we really just need the guys behind us on the hard tires to make those who just pitted really, really work hard to try and get around them and save us from getting passed by them at the end of the race. Stark contrast from the British Grand Prix where we were battling with the AI lap after lap after lap. Now, we're just like in our own little world over here, not fighting with anybody. And honestly, I don't mind. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing to watch. Not as exciting as the British Grand Prix was. But you got to appreciate what we're doing right now. Running 4th with a midfield car. You know, Crofty said at the top of the race, this place is famous for first-time winners. It seems like it favors unpredictable finishes and good finishes for unexpected drivers, so we might be furthering that lore here today. It's going to be 10 laps to go next time by. I see a train of cars back there behind Perez. I think he's doing exactly what we need him to do and holding everybody up back there. he's still the first car behind us, and he's almost 11 seconds back. I'm taking a sneak peek at the mini-map every chance I get, looking for that red dot of Vettel and the blue dot of Verstappen.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
All right, Jeff, how about we just go to the end of the race? That's the mileage I'm going to be doing. It's like a repeat of Zandvoort all over again. We had all these engine problems and gearbox problems at Spain and Zandvoort. And we're having the same things here at Hungaroring, but you know what? Don't matter. Difference between here and Zandvoort is you don't need all that power here. So we're pretty lucky in that regard, I'll say that much. And we'll have fresh components for the next race, which is at Spa, by the way. So that'll be a fun episode next time out. I love Spa. Big power track. We'll have our best engine stuff to put on there. All right. Giovinazzi now is the first car behind us. It seems Perez has been booted. And Albon's back there. 15 seconds back on those fresher hard tires. We haven't seen Albon in a long time, but we were behind him the last time we saw him. Albon's not going to have enough time to get to us. Even if he gets by Giovinazzi now, he's not going to catch us. No way. Unless I completely bottle it, there's no way he's going to catch us. Famous last words. Not pushing this thing at all. Just driving easy right now. No reason to push. We're not going to catch anyone. No one's going to catch us.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, that's good because there's 3 laps left in the race, Jeff. Gotta love when a good plan comes together. All right. White flag in the air. I think we're going to do this thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This strategy. This car. That turn 1, lap 1 move. So many things went our way. What did I say before we got here to the track? I said it felt like our back was against the wall on so many things right now. But one good race could change all that. And look what's about to happen for us. Poised for our best finish yet. Unbelievable. If you told me we were going to finish 4th in the Hungarian Grand Prix, I would have said, yeah, maybe in year 2 or 3. Not in year 1. Hamilton wins. Big shock. Boys, get ready for a celebration because we're going to do it. 4th place finish. 1 step off the podium, but who cares? Yeah! Oh, my God. What a finish. Yes! Woo! P4. How about it? Driver of the day again. Yeah, I don't know why I just flexed.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done
Yeah.
to the team at Mercedes. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
The fact they're driving the Mercedes, that's what sealed the win for them. God. We're really asking these questions? Yeah. Because they got the best car, they got the best driver. What else do you want to know?
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix,
Oh, we almost made that podium. Almost made that podium.
And they certainly deserve
But
it.
Hamilton will grow his points lead a little bit now over Bottas. I guess that's Leclerc in 3rd. The 2-stop strategy for Verstappen and Vettel did not work at all. That backfired badly for them. The final results then, Lewis Hamilton gets the win and gets some points back on his teammate Valtteri Bottas in 2nd. Leclerc in 3rd. The big shocker, we get 4th. Unbelievable. From the 11th spot on the grid up to 4th on the 1-stop. What a drive. Giovinazzi gets a 5th place finish. Albon 6th. Perez, Ricciardo, Kvyat, and Vettel. The top 10. Vettel with that 2-stop strategy. He and Verstappen, I don't know what they were thinking. That did not work for them. Vettel lucky to get 2 points because he got the fastest lap. Verstappen, no points. Remember, he was 2nd in points at one point. I'm saying points a lot. Gasly in 12th. Sainz, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Ocon, Russell, Magnussen, Stroll. Where the hell's our teammate? 20th with a 2-stopper. 2-stopper was not the play here today. But he stays on the lead lap, unlike Nicholas Latifi. Lando Norris goes out early in this one and gets last. So Unbelievable. 4th place finish for us. Our best finish of the season by far. 12 points to our name. Huge, 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 huge day at the Hungaroring. Unbelievable. The strategy, the drive, the car, even with failing engine components, this thing was fast. Love driving it. So awesome. Let's see what Claire has to say.
Fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
You're asking me like you didn't fucking watch it, Claire. Did you watch the race? Like, do you need me to give you a rundown of what happened in this thing? Jesus Christ. Power advantage really came in handy. It was great. The car was sticking to the track. The car's nimble and light. It was a breeze. Yeah, the car was sticking to the track. Engine really wasn't helping us, but yeah. Aero was great.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
That would be telling. There's no secret. It's about having a great team and car. Yep, it's all about the team. Car. Give us some acclaim boost.
Was today a good day for you?
Are you fucking dumb? Claire! Jesus Christ. Can we, Codemasters, please. Can we please remove this dunce, this bellend, this dullard from this game next year? Please! We finished 4th, Claire, as a small new team. We finished 4th. Was today a good day for you? What are you, dumb, stupid, or just an idiot? You did not watch this race, Claire, did you? God, I'm pissed off. No, I'm not really pissed off. God, she sucks. Sorry for the rant.
What was the secret ingredient for your performance today?
Holy hell, lady. Aero package, aero package, aero package. All aero department, all the love.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Great. Go fucking watch the race. Jesus. All right, so we break even with our rival Ricardo. It's amazing. With a 4th place finish, we break even. He still has us by 3 with 2 races left in this rivalry. This is a good rivalry. Probably not going to win it, but it's a good rivalry. Nick, brother, what are we doing? Come on, man. I had higher hopes for this guy. He ain't really delivering yet, but let's see the most important part. The money. Yes, $707,000. All our sponsors very happy. And he had damage deductions. Dude. Come on, Nick. That ain't going to cut it, brother. Do better. Well, that was fun. Gosh, that was fun. Unexpected. 4th place finish. Our first top 5 of the season at a track where our engine's trying to fall apart. But like I said, I love Hungaroring. It's a fun little short track in that sense. And power doesn't matter. It's about the driver and the strategy. And we played out that one-stop strategy beautifully. Very, very proud of the team. Very proud of the car. Very proud of that entire effort. That was a lot of fun. Up next is going to be the Belgian Grand Prix, Spa-Francorchamps. Very fun track. Eau Rouge. Oh, baby. Can't wait. Big power track. Hopefully we don't have any more engine problems. We're going to take a fresh engine. Well, not fresh, but pretty fresh. Don't worry. We'll be in good shape there. Looks like we got our season break coming up as well. We're on August 3rd. The next race is until the 27th, so that means we're going to have a lot of time. Well, I don't know what it means because that says 4 days. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We got stuff to do. We'll have money. We'll got R&D points to burn. This car is going to keep evolving, and we're going to keep gaining points. Very exciting stuff. If you enjoyed today's episode, let me know by using the thumbs up button down below and leaving a comment on the video. Give me your thoughts on the race, on our performance here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Were you surprised to see us finish in 4th? Did you think we were going to get passed by everybody that was behind us that had done the 2-stop? What did you think was going to happen? Looking forward to hearing what you have to say. I love reading your comments and responding to them. It's so fun to see what you guys perceive and how you look at these races and the decisions that I make as well. Obviously, I made the big blunder at the beginning of the episode, so feel free to roast me for that one. I'm learning. We'll get better. Trust me. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, why don't you make today the day you join our community? We'd love to have you. If you're enjoying these videos and you've been watching and you're not sure if you want to hit that subscribe button, I really do hope today is the day that I earn that subscription from you. Plenty of more racing game content coming up. We got a lot to do here. We got our NASCAR Heat 5 playlist going as well. So a lot of good, fun stuff. We would love to have you. Got a huge Discord, over 600 members. Link down in the description below if you want to join there. Of course, all the socials. And my Twitch channel where I do my live streaming of iRacing. Look forward to hearing from you any way you want to get a hold of me. And as for me, I'm out of here. We got our season break. I'm ready for it. But the car, the driver, the owner, all feeling pretty good after this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching as always. Be good. Be good to each other. We will see you in the next episode.